Greetings, man of God. Um, Looks like we've been having trouble today connecting via the telephone. But listen, um, I'm going to leave this message, and I apologize once again for not getting to you sooner. But here is here's where we are as I see it. As you know, all of our efforts, as of late has been dedicated to our Uganda farm projects. We are purchasing our second farm there, and so it's been a mighty work, but it's been a busy work. But we're excited. As far as Kenya goes, where do I begin? I thought we covered this last time about registration. I am not certain why the registration there is expensive, and in Tanzania it's very expensive. And of course, our budget efforts are towards purchasing land. That's what our priority is purchasing land. The way I see it, until we can get to Kenya, which is I'm not ready for Kenya right yet, until we have a little more time establishing our infrastructure there in Uganda. And so all of our energy and all of our efforts are going there. As far as Kenya goes, there's nothing stopping you that I'm aware. Nothing stopping you from having worship. My advice to you is to just continue worship as you are. I'm not ready to organize there yet and come on the ground, and I probably won't be on the ground probably until January of next year. But anyway, you guys can continue to have service. We've already established 2 church plants since we last talked. Well, one was already established, I believe. No, I think it hasn't. But anyway, one in Katali, and one in Bungoma County. They're church plants. They're not branches. They're just independent churches, and they're just having church. The thing with the branch churches is it's going to be complicated because there's not going to be, the way I see it, I've learned a lot over the last 2 years, and especially the last 6 months, with how I want this vision to go and how I want to organize. This branch church idea, the way I see it is whatever pastor comes on, whatever overseer comes on with churches, he will oversee his own churches. So the churches that you have, you would oversee them. Not going to have one overseer. There will be multiple, because there are other overseers who have their own branches who have showed an interest in joining us as well. So same thing with them. Those pastors, they come on with their branches. They oversee their own branches. I'm still have not gotten a clear answer from anyone, attorneys or anyone, as to how this is going to happen. Am I going to have to register? Well, I think what will happen is would register just the overseers' churches, and the branches would be over them. So in Kenya, this would be multiple churches, of course. And there's so much unrest in Kenya right now. It could change tomorrow. It could change tomorrow. But anyway, just to let you know, you will oversee your churches, and the next overseer will oversee his churches, and etc. So that's how I'm going to do it. You also have churches in Tanzania. I don't see how you can manage churches. This is your personal decision, but me, I don't see how it's you can manage churches as far away as Tanzania. How are you going to manage them? You can't get to them. If they needed you right away, you wouldn't be able to get to them. Seems to me you would need a regional overseer. But that's something for you to think about, because I'm not certain how practical that is. Because travel would be costly. Travel will be costly, and I don't know if you can afford to travel. And I personally wouldn't support that, because I don't think it's a good idea. But anyway, the other concern for me is, and this is the same with there's two other pastors who have branches, but they are same thing. They're in Nairobi. And be honest with you, can't purchase land in Nairobi. It's not practical for us to acquire property in Nairobi to do what we want to do, and that's farming. So that's a new twist for us. I think we've learned a lot from this farming thing, how profitable it is, and gives us in the churches ownership. I'm not interested in. I know a lot of the Nairobi pastors, they want to own their own property to build churches. It's more effective if we just own your own property, and you can build multiple things on the property. As we're doing in Uganda, we're buying big plots of land so we can build homes, schools, farms, and churches. I'm not going to purchase a property just to build a church. That's not cost effective. It does nothing for the community just to have a church, because our whole thing is about economic security and food security. So I'm saying this to say to you, I'm just not certain the value of having a enterprise. I don't see us having an enterprise in Nairobi, in the city, in the urban areas. I just don't see the value. The only value would be for you. You pastors would have a covering, and you pastors would have someone to pay for your registration. But my question is, what's it doing for the community? Our donors are not interested in building churches. They're interested in building communities. So therefore, the churches that are in the rural areas, in the villages, that's where we want to put our time, energy, and money. That being said, of the churches that are under you, I'd be interested to know how many of them are in villages. I would be much more willing to establish something with your village churches than I would your urban churches. So I just want to be upfront about that. I want you to think about what I've just said and process it and pray about it. And let us continue our conversation from there. All right? All right, man of God. Love you. Miss you. Praying for you. And God bless you. I'll be on the road all next week, but we can go back and forth with messages and phone calls. God bless.